welcome back to Inconscript Studio. Thank you for joining me today for another video. But before we jump into things, I just wanted to ask you, how was your holiday? Did you celebrate? Just sound off in the comments if you did anything, if you traveled, if you stayed home, if you visited family, friends, and so on. As for me, my holiday was pleasant. I'm feeling very grateful and very happy that I got to spend the time with family and friends. And I'm, just already slowly missing that little time that I got to spend with them. I did travel for a few days, but I'm also glad to be back home. And with that being said, we are gonna jump straight into it. I have here with me a cup of tea. It's a tea bag. It was actually a Christmas gift. I forgot, it's the Yogi brand, and I think it's Sweet Tangerine or something like that. So I have been enjoying that. Okay, so to jump right into things, today's video, as the title suggests, is about my lineup for 2025, my planners and my journal lineup for 2025. And we are gonna dive right into it. I am gonna kind of work my way from smallest to largest. So we have here what looks like 5 notebooks. 4 of which are new for 2025. One, the smallest one, I have already been using this year, and so it's gonna be migrated to 2025. All right, so we're gonna start with this one. This is a passport size, traveler's notebook, as you can see. It is not the Travelers Company brand. It is, I got this on Amazon. It's the Robrasim, R-O-B-R-A-S-I-M. I like it. There's these little pendants here I actually attached. They are from a bracelet that I had that just fell apart. And so I've just kind of tinkered with it and attached them to it. I have my 2 retractable fountain pens here. This one is a Mahjong or Moonman A1. This is the extra fine and it's black fish scale. This is the Pilot Vanishing Point. This is a fine 18 karat gold nib. I really like it. However, in the past couple of weeks, for some reason, it's been hard starting. It seems to have been drying out. I don't know why, but I am a little bit disappointed by that. All right, so in here I have 3 notebook inserts. I also have one of the plastic inserts. I don't have much decor in here. It's pretty much very simple. I have 2 pictures of my kitties. My 3 inserts are, one is a calendar insert. I started using this in September. So, I mean, there's still a lot of, I think this is a 14-month insert. So I still have a lot of, pages to fill in. And I am gonna be keeping this for all of 2025. I think it should, finish by the end of 2025 if I use it every day. Or every month rather, sorry. My next insert is just a blank grid notebook. I have it here labeled as like a daily planner, bullet journal type thing. I've got my little key here I just use this mainly for lists, to-do lists, grocery lists. And then the third insert is, I have this labeled as commonplace, but it's really and truly not a commonplace insert. I've just been doing random stuff in here. I've just been making all sort of jottings in here. If I watch a video and I learned something, or like something that I learned, or I've jotted down in here. I have little recipes. I made note of workout routines. Yeah, so this, I don't have anything in the back folder. So this notebook pretty much serves as a brain dump for me. There isn't really any structure to it. And by the way, the 3 inserts I have in here, they're all Traverse Company inserts. I believe the paper that they use is the Midori paper. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm very fairly certain that that's what they use. And the only difference is for this one, I forgot what it's called, but it is the Tomoe River paper that they have in here. I forgot what it is being sold as. Yeah, so I have 3 inserts in here. They're very unstructured. I just use them for just jotting stuff down. Like I said, it's a brain dump. I take this with me everywhere. And one of the things that I really like about this is its portability. Oh, in here I have a black ink, and this pen just does well with almost any ink, but in here I have the Diamine Oxblood. All right, so we are gonna move on to the next notebook. We have 2 A6 notebooks here. This is a Midori MD A6 notebook. The cover I have on here is the Hobonichi Liberty Fabrics, and I have a cover on top of it. I forgot what it's called, but I really like it. I bought this secondhand. There are some things that I have purchased within the journaling or the fountain pens there that have been secondhand, or they're sold as used, but when they come to me, they are in pristine condition. And this was one of them. I got this for about $15 or $20 on Facebook Marketplace. It's never been used. There's no smudges, no nothing, no discolorations. It's, you know, secondhand. But anyways, this Midori MD A6 notebook is my commonplace notebook. I've never had a dedicated commonplace notebook, but I figured I wanted to try that for 2025, and that is the reason why I got the A6 size is just because I'm not really sure how it's gonna, you know, pan out, if I'm gonna, you know, keep up with it, if I'm gonna get much use out of it. It is, you know, pretty experimental. However, I'm very excited to actually try this out and get some stuff done. And I've actually started using it. I started a month ago. I started in about mid-November, or the end of November, sorry. And I've set it up. I was trying to, I don't know what I was doing over here. It just wasn't going anywhere. I was trying something happened, and I just left it as it is. I might get back to it, or it might just stay as it is. And then I have a little typewritten sticker here that says replace fear of the unknown with curiosity, and I think that's very fitting for a commonplace notebook. I like to do my own little research. I like to, you know, just read stuff. That's my kitty. That's a blind one. I'm here, Mama. It's okay. Hi. And then I have another little sticker here that says live, create, tell the story. My name is right here. It's covered, and then I have a PET sticker right there. I like it. What was I saying before the kitty? Oh, I was saying I like to do my own little research. And, you know, if I'm reading something and I come across a quote or like a word I'm unfamiliar with, I like to make a note of it. And so I see my commonplace notebook coming in very handy for little things like that. its purpose might evolve more over time, but I am starting small. Like I said, it's the first time I've had a dedicated commonplace notebook. I usually, like I said, with my passport here, I had an insert that was marked commonplace, but it really wasn't a commonplace, more like a catch-all, or just, you know, I just put everything in there. Like I said, recipes, workout routines, quotes, little knickknacks that I learn here and there. I would make a note of it, but I am looking forward to having a dedicated commonplace notebook. All right, so on the inside page here, I have a key. I enjoyed doing this little decor. I've never done any of this before, and it's really exciting, and you know, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying exploring my creativity and just, you know, just being childlike in certain aspects. And so I enjoyed putting this little bit together. Not so much the colors that I chose here. Looking back, I wish I had chosen more muted colors to kind of match what I have going on here. I might, but at the same time, it's not bothering me so much that I have to change it. I have a little table of contents over here. I'm, you know, trying to find my own flow with setting this up. I used what do you call it, these little stamping blocks. They are typewriter font stamping blocks. Really like that. And so I've left a few pages for, you know, more table of contents should I need it. And then I haven't gotten much done so far, but I do have some quotes. I have some definitions, a little bit of research I did here on Richard Feynman. I do have, I'm also using it as a reference. So I have my brush pens swatched in here. I also have some inks swatched in here. These are some of my favorite inks. There are not a lot of them. It's just the Pilot Iroshizuku inks that I have. These are all the Pilot Iroshizuku inks that I have. These are the ones that I like. And, you know, I figured since I was doing a brush pen swatch, I might as well do like a fountain pen ink swatch. I also have some ink swatch cards that I've been making, but I just really wanted to put these in here because they are great inks, and I wanted to have them in here. And then lastly, I just, you know, another little bit of research here. I left 4 grids here for like making notations or amendment or adjustments to whatever I wrote here. So this is my commonplace journal, and in the back page I did a fountain pen test when I just got this notebook. I always do this with the back page in all my notebooks. I do a little pen swatch. All right, so that is my second notebook. Okay, so I hope you guys will forgive me. I had to make some slight adjustments to my setup here. It's not a very sunny day today, but I really wanted to get this video done because I've been trying to do this for about, before I left, before the Christmas holidays, and this is my third recording of this video, just trying to get everything right. And they say third time's a charm, so hopefully that's true, but the lighting just isn't working with me, and I think after today I will not have as much time to really get this done, and I actually might try to record another video today. I'm hoping the quality is good enough, and I hope you'll stick around for the rest of the video. Okay, so I've gotten 2 notebooks done so far, my passport and my A6 Midori MD, which is the commonplace notebook. Actually, I'll just do the next one. This here is an A6 notebook. This is the Kinbor Techo. It is the cover that it's in is a Moterm A6 Plus cover. The color is beet. It's really pretty. I haven't done much in here. I just have some pictures of my kitties again, some paper clips, washi tapes, a little bit of stickers there, and I have these. I really like these sticky notes. They are the clear. They're a bit frosted, but you can write on them, and I've been enjoying them. I got these at Walmart. These are, it says Avery. I don't know, I thought they were pen and gear, but it's not. It's the Avery frosted sticky notes. All right, so let's jump straight into it. This is my daily planner. We're gonna start at the front here. As you can see from most of my notebooks, I do not have like any stickers or any decor on the covers, or, you know, I don't do a lot with my setups. But on my first page here, I do have a little flower, a flower sticker. My calendars here, I just have them highlighted, so once I open here, my eyes will immediately go to the 2025 calendar. And then in here, I'm gonna be using this section for tracking. I've been doing dedicated tracking for the past 4 months, and it's been working tremendously. When I started out, it was very difficult. However, I made it my goal to have more boxes ticked off, because when it got to the end of the month, when I just started and it got to the end of the month, I had so many empty slots. I'm like, no, that is unacceptable. If I want to build good habits, if I wanted to have more discipline in getting stuff done, in building habits, then I had to make sure that I did these things as much as possible so that I had more boxes checked off. And it's worked. It's been working. I've built good habits. I've, you know, developed consistency, in getting a lot of, you know, things done, and I am taking that into 2025 and beyond. And then we move on to the calendars. So these are gonna be for pretty much what calendars are used for. Making notes of what I have coming up on whichever date. In my passport traveler's notebook, I have also been using the calendars to make notes of bills that I have due and monies that have to be paid by so and so time, and so I'll be using it for that as well. And I also have a bit of, you know, a few stuff filled in here that needs to be changed. I do volunteer, and so I have my volunteering days that I also will be making a note of in my calendars. And so we jump into the next section. I think I'm just gonna, at least for now, I think I want to use it for personal improvement goals. So in what areas do I want to improve on certain things? You know, make a note of it for each month. I'm not sure if the monthly thing is gonna work. I mean, we can do it quarterly, we can do it every 6 months, I don't know. But it is something I am gonna try. Another idea that I had been mulling over as well is to do like 1 picture per month. And that is also something that I might do here. I will try something and see if it works. If not, I can change it. I mean, 2025 is it's a whole year. I have time to figure out what I want to use it for. And then we get into the daily pages. So on the first sheet, which is blank, I'm gonna be using it for quotes that I like, and I have done the first 2 months, January and February. So for January, it says, It's a quote by Marcus Aurelius. It says, "Do not think that which is hard for you to master is humanly impossible. And if it is humanly possible, consider it to be within your reach." And this just reminds me that it is all possible. So long as others can do it, it's very likely that I can do it, unless, you know, there are some factors that would prevent me from achieving that. And then the next quote I have here for February is, this is by Robert Greene. I got this from the book Mastery. It says, "Throughout your life, you will encounter tedious situations, and you must cultivate the ability to handle them with discipline." I have been trying very hard to remain consistent and disciplined with a lot of undertakings in my life, and I will say that the past 2 years have been when I've gotten the most breakthrough. If you want to get to a point where you're good at something, then there are going to be moments where it becomes very tedious. You know, you're doing the same thing over and over, trying it in different ways to improve, and it's inevitable. You just have to be disciplined and consistent. I hope all of that made sense to you guys, but you know, that's just my thoughts on those quotes. And so that's what I'm pretty much going to be doing for the first sheet or the first page of each month, because it does come blank. And then on the next page, or you know, the following pages, we have a timed section. And so this is a section where I'll be making a note of what I have to do when or at a certain time. If I have like a daily schedule that I need to follow, if I have appointments, I make a note of them here. There is also a line here that demarcates 2 sections. And so, I mean, you can use it. I could use it however I wanted to. I could just write all the way across, or I could stay within this demarcated section. And then over here, I will, you know, make notes of whatever. I could, you know, do a little bit of gratitude journaling, blah, 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 that sort of thing. So that is what this is for. And then in wrapping up, I have the back section here, the notes pages. There aren't a lot of notes pages. I think there's about 16 or 17. I won't show what's behind this. This is a vellum. I got this years ago at Hobby Lobby. They were like 69 cents. They are so expensive now. But I've used it to cover up. I have a little letter here to myself, just a reminder to be kind to myself, to keep trying, to keep going, and, you know, to allow myself some grace, but also not to be too complacent in going after the things that I want. As for what I'll be using the notes section for, I do not really have any plans. Like I said, there are just a few pages. Then we get to this section here at the back of the notes pages. I did a pen test here. We've got a schedule and a gift list. I might make use of the schedule. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. And then for the gift list section, I can make a note of, you know, gifts that I want to get for others. The 21-day plan, I don't have it set up as yet because I don't know what I want to use it for. I could use it for like forming a new habit or breaking a bad habit. I don't know. I have no idea yet. I'll figure it out at some point, but for right now, I have no plans for this section, but I'm sure it will get used. And then we come to the last part, which is the favorites section. We have 4 pages, and I'll split it into 2. One is for my reading list, and the other is for my movies and TV shows. I got more consistent with my reading over the course of the past 3 to 4 months, and that is thanks in part to what I mentioned here, the habit tracking that I've been doing in this section. Reading was one of those things that I put on there. I said I wanted to read every day, if not every day, at least 5 days a week, and it's a habit that I've developed on it's a habit that I've built, and I have been doing 2 books per month, which is really good. And so, you know, if I keep that up, I could do 24 books for 2025. I'm pretty sure there are more than 25 boxes here. So my minimum is at least 2 books a month. This one is taking really long. I'm sorry, I'm finishing up, guys. Movies and TV shows. We don't watch a lot of movies or TV shows. And so I'm sure this will get, you know, filled out at some point throughout the year. And I'm very curious to see how that goes. But we don't really like have a list of stuff that we want to see. But I'm very excited to have this section. And so thank you for sitting through that. I am very excited about this little notebook, guys. Trust me. There's a lot that's going to be going on in here. Like I said, this is, my hands are cold and clammy. This is the A6 Kinbor in a Moterm A6 cover. We are nearing the end. Trust me, this is going to go by really quick. The next notebook that I have is a Kinbor Weeks. I have a cover on here. It is the Kinbor sleeve as well. This little planner here is my health and wellness planner. We are going to jump straight into it. We have the calendar section that I'm using for menstrual tracking. I did a bit of backdating for 2024, and I'm going to keep doing that for 2025. Again, I'm using this for habit tracking. Some of it is similar to what's in the A6, and some of it's a little bit different, such as I'm going to be tracking my screen time and my sleep. And then at the end of it, we have a little section here that I'll be doing a accumulation of my monthly stats. So like my screen time, my runs, how many days I ran, how many days I did a walk, and my number of workouts for the month. And then as for the monthly calendar, it's going to be my running log. And so I've set it up where at the end of the month, I'll do a total or an average of my distance, my time, and my pace. And for each day that I run, I'll make a note of the distance, the time, and the pace as well. I also have a little note here that I could insert a end of month fitness picture. I might do that here, or I might actually do that right here. Yeah, we don't know yet, but I just might. And then for this section, I have it as fitness goals, and then I put progress pics in pencil. And so I'm definitely going to be using it for the fitness goal thing, like, you know, run, how far I want to run, how much I want to lift, how much I want to squat, how much I want to push, how much I want to pull. And like I said, I might do a picture in these slots. I'm not sure as yet. Then we go on to the weekly setup. Now, initially, I wanted to use this section, the right section, as a workout log, but I came to my senses. I'm like, that doesn't make sense, because I follow a program and the workouts are pretty much consistent week to week or day to day. And the only thing that really changes is the weight. And so I don't really need to be doing this every week. And so I've changed that to do a mental wellness log and a bedtime and a wake up log. I try to go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same each morning. And then I have this page for my meals. For the most part, I try to eat the same thing most of the time, but that does get kind of boring. And so, I mean, this is a health and wellness tracker. I want to just track what I eat. I mean, I do already do that in the MyFitnessPal app, but I am trying to reduce my screen time. I'm trying to forget about my phone, and so I want to do it analog. I want to do it, you know, with pen and paper. Anyways, I had set this up, didn't like how it looked, and I will definitely be trying something for the further weeks, but I did set up 2 pages, and you can see here where I had put my my workout routine. I do a push-pull leg routine, and then I have one rest day. And so here again, you can see I had my reps, the type of workout that I did, so on and so forth. But I am thinking of instead using this page to keep a track of like my mood, my energy, my sleep quality. What else did I have here? My appetite, irritability. Yes, when it gets to a certain point in my cycle, I become very grumpy. I am very mindful of that. So I want to keep track of that to notice if there are any trends. Because it's not always the same from month to month. My things just fluctuate, which is very weird. And so I want to keep a track of them to see how that changes over time and what trends there are. And so that's pretty much what I'm going to be using this for. I might make some changes throughout the year. 2025 is going to be a very long time, and it is enough time to see what works for me and what doesn't, and what I would like to do differently, you know, in the coming months. And yeah, we'll see if any of that changes. Let's see. Yeah, I was trying to do a food list thingy here, you know, like my macros. Ignore that. That has to be changed because there are some foods that are now on there that just do not work for me. And so instead, I'm thinking of doing a vision board over here, like a fitness vision board. So yeah, I need to get on that. I've been meaning to for the past 3 months, but I keep forgetting. So I need to make a note of this. And then I also have, so I think there's about, how many? There's at least 80 pages back here. And I have example of contents, recipes. So I definitely will be looking to put some recipes back here. And then I also have, I have here Q1 health review, or first quarter health review. And I've got mind on one page, body on one page. And so all of that I've just mentioned before about the tracking of mood, sleep quality, energy, and so forth, they can go back here as well. And so that's pretty much it for my health and wellness planner. As usual, the back pages I use for a pen test. The pages back here are pretty similar to what you saw in the A6. And I don't know how much use I will get out of them, and that's okay. I don't have to use every single page in my notebook, to be honest. I don't want to put so much pressure on myself, and I'm totally fine if these are empty by the end of the year. 21-day plan, I most likely will be using this for something health related. And then favorites, we do have 4 more favorites pages here. And so far I've had, the ideas that I have in mind are like favorite foods, favorite restaurants, or favorite meals. I'm not sold on that yet, but I probably should set that up. I don't know what else would I track back here. And so that's that. And that is it. Thank you for sticking through my presentation on this notebook. And then the last one that I wanted to get into, this is my daily journal, my diary. And so I'm not really going to do a flip through of this, but this is the Midori Codex. Let's take the cover out of here. Yeah, so this is the Midori Codex. Doesn't have a backing on the spine. I don't really have much decor in here. I don't even think I have anything in the pockets there. I mean, I keep most of my stickers and embellishments and ephemera on my desk. Let's see, in the back, again, as usual, I do my paper and pen test. Really like the size, not so much the paper. While I like the paper in the A6, I can't appreciate it in the A5. It's probably because it's dot grid, whereas this is, you know, just regular gridded paper. I don't know, it's just, I mean, it's not Tomoe River paper, so there's that, but it does handle fountain pens really well. I did some Christmas setup here. Let's see. So I had my Christmas setup. Let's see what else I did. I had my Christmas Eve setup. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I did a lot. The one thing about this book is, like I said earlier in the video, I enjoy exploring my creativity. I enjoy just doing whatever creative expression. For example, these, I enjoy using stickers, ephemera, all that stuff. And so this is actually a one page or 1 page per day notebook. That's what it's advertised as. So it has 368 pages in here, and so far I don't know how many I've used. I haven't counted it, but I have used this much, and I have this much to go. So it's definitely not gonna last all of 2025. And so yeah, that is it. Am I forgetting anything about this? Oh, I didn't mention the cover is another Moterm cover. This is their olive green. I really like it. I want to get the mustard, maybe in a week's size. I don't know, but I want to kind of, complete my collection or my color palette. And so I think adding a mustard would go really well. But anyways, that is my lineup for 2025. I have 4 new notebooks and 1 that I'm carrying over from this year, 2024. I do have an ink journal that I had been using this year. I don't have a lot of inks. I do not want to acquire or accumulate more inks. I think I have a pretty good setup going on with my inks, and so I've swatched them all. Anyways, thank you for sticking with me if you have made it this far. I hope you have enjoyed my video. If there's anything that I forgot to mention that you are curious about, please leave it in the comments below. You know, and also let me know how many notebooks or planners are you using for 2025. This is the first I'm ever using this many. This is the first I'm having a dedicated planner or notebook for certain things, and I'm very excited. And so that is it for today's video. Again, thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it or appreciated something about it. I really do hope the quality is good. Like I said, the lighting is kind of poor for today, but this is the only time I have to record this, and this is my 3rd try. And so with that being said, you have yourself a pleasant rest of the day, pleasant rest of the week, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.